fail. Every mark on this book tells a tale. Every day that goes by without ever asking why, you believe in your dreams. Close your eyes and believe in magic as I hold your hand. Close your eyes, believe in magic. 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 Believe in magic.
Hey everyone, thank you for joining me today on this Saturday day. I'm coming live from London. It's quite a miserable day, but we won't go into that as it is winter. I just want to say thank you for joining me today, and thank you to Claudia Parrett for producing my show today, because without you or her, my show wouldn't be possible. I'm looking forward to the show today. Got quite an interesting topic we're going to talk about. And yeah, let's see where we go with the show. We are a network that love talking about the unusual, the weird and wonderful, the fairy realms, the dragon realms, the unicorn realms, and obviously the angel realms. We are a show that is full of spirituality, and we love helping spiritual entrepreneurs. So if you're interested, guys, on coming on the show, you can contact the network. And also, I'd like to say that Claudia is helping spiritual entrepreneurs right now. So if you do want any more information on that, guys, please go to www.internationalsangelsnetwork.com. I've managed to keep Zeus out tonight, hopefully, after last week, the little devil. But I will get on. My show is sponsored by the Holistic Light Rejuvenation Centre, which is a charitable organisation. For more info, please go to our website on more about the centre and the CEO and founder, Sunday Sturgeon. So please visit our website at www.internationalangelsnetwork.com and have a look. As a network, we are sponsored by Audible by Amazon. If you would like a 3 months trial with Audible, you can go, gosh, my mind just went blank. Sorry, guys. For a trial on www.audibletrial.com/International Angels Network. And you can have a month for free, I believe. And there's thousands of books you can choose from as well. So I've said that piece. I am going to do next week's shows before I get going, because the show goes so quickly, and then I feel bad because I haven't said everybody's up and coming shows. So tomorrow, I believe is the 10th of Feb, and I believe that Claudia has a show tomorrow, guys. Mystical Connections with Claudia, unless she's telling me otherwise. She is a returning guest, and you're giving the wrong website on Audible. Well, I'm terribly sorry, but I'm past that. You can smack me later. You can tell me off later. It's www.audibletrial.com/International Angels Network, people. So she can tell me off later. I probably said it wrong, to be honest with you. Not network. No, I probably said it wrong. I'm absolutely shattered today, guys. And you see, when I'm tired, I've had a busy day and a busy week doing my full-time job. I'm afraid I do get things wrong and say things wrong. So I'm going to get on. We're talking about next week's shows, which is you tomorrow, darling. You have a returning guest, Karina. Is it? Karina? I'm not even going to go there pronouncing this beautiful lady's second name, because I am Karina is right. Gosh, I actually said it right. I'm not going to pronounce the second name because I'm useless. But it's very interesting because it's going to be connecting with Mother Mary energy, which is very interesting. Monday, we have 11 p.m. Eastern Time, which is February the 11th, which is with host Shishi. I can't tell you who Shishi has, or because I don't know. God love her, but her show is at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, guys. So if you'd like to join Shishi, she's now on Mondays, okay? Tuesday, the
Muted.
12th of
Unmuted.
February, which is 9 p.m. Eastern Time again, is Angel Navigation with Diane Morgan and guest Antoinette. Oh, can't even, sorry. I tried to pronounce this lady's name before I started, but no can do. But the show, sorry, Diane, the show is about the importance of healing outer inner world, questions and topics on angel guidance. It's really bad, guys, that I can't pronounce words I don't know. It's just something I've had to put up with all my life. It's like I say, I'm not from this planet. English is a hard language for me to learn. It's not easy, believe me. Right, onwards and upwards. Wednesday, which is the 13th of February, is Angel Talk with Sue. She has Melanie Joy France, which is her guest. Understanding your relationship through numerology. That'd be interesting, as I don't have one. Joke. Thursday, Valentine's Day, which is February the 14th, guys. 9 p.m. Eastern Time again is the Alex Levy Show. Topic, self-love is in the air, and mini readings. Saturday, 16th of February, which is my next show, which is topic again. But it's be quite interesting, guys, because it's about ethereal cord cutting. And whenever I speak to people about anything like this on my show, when I'm doing readings and stuff, there's total confusion. So I thought I wanted to explain what etheric cords are and why we have them and how to deal with them and how to do cord cutting. And I thought that would be a good show for people to understand and realise that we have cords, because a lot of people don't understand. So that'll be a good show. Right, deep breath, guys, deep breath. So my show today, I will give out the number because I will be taking calls later in the show. Sorry, I'm having some water. So the number is 1516 453 9162, and you can Skype for free and visit our Blog Talk Radio website at blogtalkradio.com/International Angels Network. I've tried. It's made it worse. Click on the live icon on the site, and if you don't see it, just press refresh. And remember, guys, to press 1 and be in the queue. Sorry about this. I must admit, the last couple of weeks, my beautiful people, I have felt hampered on this show with one thing and another, but never mind. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm going to strive forward and move forward with my show. Now, my show topic today is, what is the Matrix? And how does it exist? I mean, I don't even know if many of us have even thought about a Matrix apart from the film. We've probably all heard about Keanu Reeves's film, The Matrix. But have we actually thought about it being a real thing, a realistic thing, and a thing that exists within our reality? I mean, I'm not sure all of us have, or many of us have, because come on, guys, the life we live, a lot of us have the life of a bubble, and that's our own bubble. And that's the rat race of life, the rat race of, I've got to get to work, I've got to get the kids to school, I've got to get to work, I've got to earn money, I've got to keep a roof over our heads, I've got to get the shopping, I've got to cook cook for the kids. I've got to get them bathed, showered, or ready to bed. You know, we are on this own planet of ourselves. And I think we're all, I don't mean to say guilty of that. I think it's just the way flipping life is. Life's so busy, it's so hectic for us all. So I think we all like to better our lives in some way or another. And all of us at the moment are trying to shift. I feel all of us are trying to bring more abundance in our lives and everything, like, well, wealth, because we're so sick of just being on the hamster wheel, you know, the hamster wheel of life, which is that of, like I'm saying, you're going to work, you come home and and you're trying to run a home, you're trying to run a family. It's not easy. It really isn't. And I mean, I'm a motherless, childless person, and I think, gosh, I only look after myself right now. I mean, I haven't even got a relation to get caught up in, you know. And I think, gosh, you know, it's hard enough doing what I need to do, work full time, run a car, sort the dog, and do all the washing and the cleaning, because I don't like to live in filth, like, you know, like none of us do. And I think, gosh, that's bad enough just having the time to sort me out. But, you know, running a household, I really feel for people, and especially with both parents working and everything else. It's flipping hard going. So the thing of this Matrix, I kind of, when I watched the film of the Matrix, it did kind of open my mind and think, is that true? Is that, are we actually living? Is our universe real, or is it a giant simulation? I mean, it does kind of make you think. And are we living inside a gigantic computer simulation? I mean, it does sound a bit crazy. And would we like to think that we were? Would we like to think everything around us is fake, false in some way? Is it, the Matrix style of virtual world? Is it real? Is that what we're actually living in? I mean, obviously, I kind of rebelled it. I think your instincts initially don't want to feel like you've been fooled in a way. Because, come on, if the Matrix is a simulation, okay, it's a flipping good one. Because everything in it feels so real. I mean, you know, I'm sat here talking to you. I'm in my house. I'm touching my table, which is solid as anything. I'm drinking water. I mean, come on, if this is a simulation, it's a blimming believable one, is it not? And if it's, how can it be fake? How could we be living a computer simulation? Because it's, you know, the feelings of things, like I say, the smells, the sounds around us are so real. You know, how could that in any form be fake? But I'm thinking, you know, if this is a simulated world that I'm living in, you know, is it a bad thing? Because I know why I'm here. As a light worker, I know why I'm here. I'm here to help others, but I'm also here for that life plan situation of coming to Earth, helping others, having my own experiences, paying back karma, and progressing as a human, or what part of me is a human. I don't believe I'm fully human, but that's another story. So if this is a simulated world, do I feel lied to? Maybe a bit. Maybe, do you know what I mean? Maybe a bit. Maybe I do. Why don't you just tell me it's a simulated world? If it is a simulated world, it's a computer, you know, of sorts. Why don't you just tell me that in the first place? But then they don't. But then they're not exactly straightforward with us on this plane anyway, because they go on about death. And you know, with me and death, I mean, that's the biggest cahoot-a-pooter there's ever been. That's a load of pish, as we say here. You know, it's a load of rubbish. There is no death. So I kind of feel that if I'm in this simulation of a computer, well, you just tell me. But maybe that's just too easy. I don't know. But then I kind of have this, you know, I kind of have that kind of thing in my head. Well, if I'm living in a fake simulated world, I feel, in a sense, I'm grateful for it, because the beauty of the place, the beauty of Earth is absolutely stunning. You know, the simplicity of it. I mean, like I say, sometimes we forget the simplicity of Earth because we're in this flipping rat race of life trying to survive. And that's how it does feel for us. You know, you kind of forget, oh my gosh, I'm actually breathing air in my lungs, for instance. I'm freely able to breathe air into my lungs, you know, which obviously when you're in back home in the heaven plane, you're not doing that because you're spirit form, you know. So the reason why we come, if this is simulated, a simulation of a computer, well, you know what, I think I'm kind of cool with some of these things, because like I say, it's just amazing to breathe in air into your lungs, to feel the wind on your face, to even feel the rain on your face. I wouldn't say much about the snow, but you know, and not to mention all the amazing people that I've met in my life, and I have in my life, you know. So I just kind of feel as well, if we are living in this simulated world, surely can't we manifest a bit quicker? Can't we manifest better? Surely it should be easier for people, you know? I mean, I was speaking to a friend of mine the other day, and she said, Suzi, I'm really trying to manifest right now. I'm like really, really trying to manifest. I said, yeah, but you're trying to manifest the big stuff. And if you're trying to manifest the bigger stuff to yourself, it seems to take forever. I know this because I'm going through it. And she said, but it's really, the silly things come easy. And they do. I mean, for instance, 2 weeks ago, I was at work. I needed sellotape. Straight up, I needed sellotape. A bloke walked in within 5 minutes. I kid you not. He walked in. He said, "All right, love, figures, can I put this on your window?" And it was, bless him, it was a poster for the circus coming to town. I said, "Yeah, all right." I said, "Yeah, all right." I said, "Any chance I could just borrow your sellotape?" He went, "Yeah, have it." I said, "You sure?" He goes, "Yeah, have it." So he gave me the sellotape, and I manifested a blimmin' bit of sellotape within 5 minutes. But no. The millions haven't come yet in the bank, you know. But it's there. It's going to come. Well, I shouldn't say that, because you have to feel when you're manifesting, and that's a different story, that it's already here, you know. But what I did want to kind of like come back to, because this is what we're talking about, the Matrix, about does it exist? I believe it does, guys. I believe this Matrix does exist, because I've seen things over the years that have made me question the world that I live in. And I'm talking about long time, from I wouldn't say quite as young as when I was a kid, all right? But, you know, for any of you that follow me on a regular basis, follow my show, you know that I've had my gifts, spiritual gifts, all my life. And I've been lucky enough with the archangels and the big man to be nurtured in the right way and use them for the highest good. But but having those gifts and being psychic, medium, clairvoyant, and having the clairs, it does make you very, very sensitive to everything. Not just spirit, seeing, hearing, and all that, but absolutely everything in your environment. And if, for instance, if somebody spiritly walks in my environment, doesn't matter who it is, whether it's dark or of the light, I know about it because I feel it. I feel it. I see it through my third eye, and I know the energy's changed because it sends out a ripple. That's what it's like. It sends out a ripple, and I'm reading that ripple because everything is energy. We are all energy, and we're all vibrating at an energy level. Although you look at me and I would look at you and we are solid. Do you know what I mean? We look solid because we're meant to be a living thing. Okay. But if something comes into my energy field, I can feel that. I know straight away, because it's like my energy's going out there, right? And when it's hitting something, it's bringing that knowledge back to me that my energy has hit something, and I know exactly where it is stood within my environment. And then I start to get visions and everything else, you know? So everything resonates an energy, everything you see. And you should, because like I say, everything is energy. It's a really good way to see an energy of something, right? Is to stare at it and just slightly unfocus from it slightly. And if you see if you look at something white, like at the moment I'm looking actually at my desk, and my desk is white. If I look at the edge of it and I just go out of focus slightly, I can see the energy field about an inch away from it. It's like a bit of a halo that I can see that goes round it, because it's giving off an energy, and everything gives off energy. I mean, the thing is, everything is made of matter, made of particles. But the thing is, I haven't worked it out, because this is a Stephen Hawking's moment, guys. I haven't worked it out whether our brain is programmed to accept something when it's solid. You know, like I'm putting my hand on my table right now. Is my brain already programmed to know that that's solid, so my hand doesn't go through it? I haven't worked that one out yet. But everything is made of energy and made of tiny particles, okay? And I do believe our brain is programmed for us, like I said, to pick up a cup or touch something, it's going to be solid. And within that, we're going to feel the weight of that solid cup because there's something in it. And we're going to smell the coffee that is maybe in that cup, you know? But everything resonates energy. And so as a psychic medium clairvoyant, all I'm doing is reading energy. That's all I do. I mean, obviously you've got the, when you're giving readings, there's more to it than that. There's the Ashlandic records and all that type of thing. But basically it's just all records. They're records, but they're also energetic records that I can read. You know, and when I'm giving a reading to someone, that's what I'm doing. I'm reading their energy record, really. I explain it like a billboard that people walk around in with. And when someone comes and sits in front of me, I just read off their energetic billboard. That's how I describe it, without getting confusing and going a bit deep. So what I wanted to share with you is that I have experienced in recent years, probably in the last 10 years, this situation with the Matrix. And I was having it before this particular experience. I was having the Matrix kind of fall with me, and I'd be cutting hair and I'm trying to look, and I'd go out of vision slightly, and the person's head would just go really fuzzy, like their whole head would just look like little particles. That's how it would be. And I'd stop myself going into it. It's really weird, honestly. It's a really strange thing to see, because I can't see that person's brain, okay, but I can see their head just looks like a massive fuzz of particles. That's how it is. And it started like that probably about 10 years ago. And it doesn't do it so much anymore, because I don't let it, because it's annoying when I'm cutting hair and all of a sudden you just see this mass of particles. That's no good to me cutting hair, is it? I'm probably not only that, muck up a haircut. So I kind of control it a little bit. But about 3 years ago, I finished work. I was feeling very tired. And I was walking back to my car. And yeah, the Matrix started to play with me, started to mess with me a little bit. And my car was parked in a car park, a public car park. And I started to walk towards it, and it's a concrete floor. And it, like I say, it's quite, like I say, I was really knackered. I've been like cutting hair for like 10 hours solid, like no lunch break really. I was just done in. Anyway, I'm walking back, and obviously it's a concrete floor which is meant to be solid, but my feet started to cause a ripple effect, and it was most strange, because I'm looking at the floor and it's rippling out. And I'm like, this is meant to be solid. This is meant to be a solid floor because it's concrete. And it started to ripple out. And then when I looked at my feet were actually through the floor. I couldn't see my feet. They were actually in the floor. But I'm not having trouble walking and lifting them up. But they're not. They're still on the end of my feet, but I can't see them because they're through the floor and the floor's rippling out. It's really weird. It was. And the thing is, I get a bit cross with it because it just starts winding me up, because I think, do you know what? I just want to go home. I've had a hard day. I'm tired and I don't need this. So I stopped and I'm like, pack it in. Do you know what I mean? I actually said out loud, pack it in, because it doesn't put me up nor down. So it didn't happen after that. But obviously I was like, well, it's the first time I've walked through a solid floor and I can see it rippling out. But I get a bit cross. If things start happening to me I'm not really keen on, I probably do get a bit like, I'll pack it in, and like the hair, like me trying to do hair and it goes all fuzzy. I'm just like, I just stop it. I just like, nah, not having that. So it doesn't happen. So it's never happened since. But what has happened is really weird. Now, this has happened to me about 3 times. And the first time it happened, I was weird. I am awake, okay, but I'm probably more in sleep than I am awake. And I've got up in the middle of the night to go to the toilet. And my whole bedroom is just full of energy wave. I can't see I couldn't even see the floor. I couldn't see the door. I had to try and feel the door, because all I could see was massive waves of energy. It looked like, I don't know, it looked like how you would, I don't know, see like a radio, when someone talks, like when you're doing recording something and you see the lines go up and down on like when you start to talk. So you're recording it or whatever. That's what my whole bedroom was like. And I was like I say, between awake and asleep really, but all I knew, I needed to go to the toilet. So I got up, I was stumbling around, I felt the door, I got to the toilet, and everything's just waves. It's really weird. And then I managed to get back to bed, fell asleep, woke up in the morning, and I was like, that was weird, because I was between awake and sleeping. My brain's telling me that I'm unsafe, because nothing looked solid. It just looked like a load of energy waves. That's the only way I could describe it. And I just managed to get back to bed, and it's happened twice to me since. It's really weird. But I think the second and third time, I kind of knew nothing was going to happen to me. And I just remember sitting on the toilet and just looking at it in amazement at just everything. I couldn't really see my bathroom as my bathroom. It's like when I got up, I can't really see my bedroom as my bedroom. It's all wavy. It's really weird. It is, honestly. It's quite hard to describe. But like I say, I've experienced that now 3 times, and the more I've done it, the more it doesn't really, like I say, bother me. I haven't stressed about it or anything. In the morning, I just wake up and go, that's quite awesome. That's actually quite awesome because it looks like radio waves or something, you know? So from knowing everything is matter, and from knowing that everything resonates energy, and the fact that my feet did go through that solid concrete, why couldn't the Matrix exist? Why couldn't we actually be living in a computer simulated world? But like I say, as the scientists say, everything is matter. But I mean, we're pretty special if our brain is programmed before we get here to know that we touch like my table and it's going to be solid, and I can't walk through walls, you know? I can't actually physically walk through a wall, or mind you, spirit can do it, but then they're spirit form, aren't they? But I don't know what the scientificness of it is. It's just that I'm trying to explain it through what I've experienced and what I kind of know to be true. But like I say, if we are living in this computer simulated world, I'm really grateful for being on Earth because there is such beauty here. Like I say, I wish there was more harmony in the world. I think most of us would wish that, where there was no wars, no empowerment of others, no hungriness. There was money for everyone. There was no corporations. There was no empowerment of others, and man wanted to share his fortune and live in peace and, love thy neighbor type of thing. Blimey, I'll be getting out the 10 Commandments soon. But, I just, we don't live in anarchy on this world, because if we did, then, that there's a lot of good in on this plane. And I'm grateful for that. And I'm grateful for, if this is a computer simulated world or it is a Truman Show type of world, where we're being watched or something. I'm grateful for the world. Like I say, I wish it would be a better place. If I had my way, everyone would have food in their bellies, everyone would have a roof over their heads, and everyone would have money in the bank. But the funny thing is, people like me and so many of us that are probably listening out there today, we're the ones that seem to be not with the money and not with the power to make a difference. Because I think, without going off on a tangent, I think a lot of people, the big corporations and people that have got all the money in the world, they've got it because they got it through treading on others. And I'm not saying everybody, right? I'm not saying everybody's like that, but I'm saying a good majority of people are like that. They don't have a conscience about how they get what they want. They just need to get it, whereas for me and most of us, if you hurt somebody while trying to achieve something, or you treated somebody in a bad manner, it would affect you. But some of these people in these corporations, or these rich people, they don't really have that psyche. They don't have that. Well, they don't. I mean, they say, don't they? I don't know if you've heard it in as well, but they do say it's a known fact that a lot of big people that do well in like corporations, banks, whatever, they have a psychotic type of manner, because they just don't care how they affect others. They just want to get where they want to be and tread on others. But if I am living in this simulated world, then I don't regret it. I'm quite glad to be here. I'm quite glad to be on the planet right now, because there's so much good going on, and I think all us light workers, we're all pulling together, and we're all trying to lift the vibration here on Earth. Anyway, there's so much changes going on right now. I mean, with all the portals opening before Christmas, and so much, I feel negativity has been flushed through the eclipse as well. But you know, there is a lot of good here on Earth, and if it is a simulated program that I'm living by, well, so be it. But I just wish the best for others, and you know, we are trying to open people's minds and hearts to a better world. I think all us light workers and us scouts that have been sent down here, we're all working and trying to, you know, get on the same page. We're all trying to do just that. And I think if we still, you know, feed into humanity and who we are and the best side of us, then nothing can beat us, because as far as I'm concerned, good prevails everything. I think if you come from heart, and I think good prevails everything. So, you know, we don't live in a world of anarchy. I don't, and I think many of us wouldn't put up with it anyway, and I'd forbid it. But if, like I say, we are in a matrix simulated world, then, you know, I wish the best for our future, and I hope we can have bring a better world. And I think that's like I say, I think that's us light workers. I think that's what literally we're trying to do. We're lifting the vibration with the help of the angels, with the help of other celestial beings, and with the help of the unicorns. The dragon energy is definitely coming to Earth right now, and all lifting the vibration for the good, for the best. And I must say, obviously, well, not obviously, but bringing in Christ consciousness as well. And that's why the dragon energy is here, to help lift Christ consciousness through the ley lines of the earth right now. So all is good. I mean, yes, there probably are forces out there that do try, but we've got an army behind us, guys. We've got the angelic realms, for one, who work tirelessly to protect us and help us on this planet and on Earth, and obviously God's rooting for us as well. But the whole concept of living in a matrix, it does kind of baffle me, that it might be a simulated world. And I wish that we were, like I say, or more abundant, and that we could bring more abundance to us and manifest easier if that's the case. And I wish that for us all. Sorry, guys, I feel like someone's trying to strangle me. Maybe I'm saying the right things, huh? Sorry. Oh, that I could feel the angels all around me. So I've got validation with that. But I hope you've enjoyed the show today. I don't know if there's anyone out there that would like to talk to me. Gosh, that's 20 minutes of the show left, I mean, sorry. I don't know where time goes, but I hope you've enjoyed the show. It was a different subject to talk about. It's not necessarily an over spiritual topic so much, but I still think it's one that's worth talking about, and a different element as well of how to think the world is. And I mean, as it was, the film was pretty good. The Matrix. I don't know if any of you watched it, but it was a pretty good film. And I read something about Keanu Reeves, actually. He's doing I don't know if you've heard it in the States. He's actually doing a lot of charity right now. I think, if I'm right, cancer children's charities, I believe, which is lovely. I mean, that's the thing. We do celebs. We don't always know what they do, but yeah, I read that today that he's like helping with children's cancer charity, which is absolutely lovely. And like I say, we don't always know what they do, but there is a lot that help. It was funny actually because George Michael, I don't know if any of you know about George Michael. He passed a few years ago on Christmas Day, and he used to help a lot of people with all sorts of things with his money. It's so beautiful, so lovely, you know. We don't always hear about it. Right, I think I have Michael from Nevada. Oh, I feel strangled today. Sorry, people. Hi, Michael.
Hello, how are you?
I'm coughing. I feel strangled today. Sorry, guys. Michael, help. Honestly, I feel like someone's got their hands down my throat. Ooh. Sorry, Michael. How can I help, Hunt? Oh, dear.
Yeah, well, you know, I have had an interview on, was it Friday?
Yeah,
Friday or Thursday.
Did they come back?
Well, yeah. Home sales position for a big startup.
That's right.
And,
did you get it?
Well, I put it off when I was first going to have the interview. I put it off for something else, and then I came back to it, and they still.
That's right.
And now I had the interview.
Yeah.
Yep. And reading the reviews online and so forth, you know, it's interesting. Like here in the States, there's a site called Glassdoor that, you know, as an employee, you can rate the company and how it is to work for.
Yeah, yeah.
And the reviews are interesting. They're either all fantastic or all horrible. And I have a really good feeling I'm going to be offered the job. And
yeah,
so forth.
You are.
And it's okay. And I just want to make sure that, you know, they're like, it's like I'm up and up, and kind of how you feel about that.
Darling, the last time I spoke to you, I said to you that you would get the job. I also told you that you would go for the job. There was room for movement to move up the ladder, but I felt that it would lead you onto something else. I didn't actually feel you would be there forever, but I feel for now it's part of your journey. But I actually feel you'll either be headhunted or you're going to start your own business, and you will be going more into oh gosh, sorry, it came in, it went out. It's like you'll be a personal investor for people. You'll be showing people the best way to invest their money, and that's what you'll be doing. But for now, this is your path. And this will lead you into what you'll be doing later. But it's divine timing, and that's how they give it to me. So I feel
if I had a dollar
go with the flow on this, because it's literally you're on the right path is what they're showing me. That's what they're saying. You're on the right path. You're where you're meant to be. So let the divine timing take its course and let it flow in the way that it should, because that's the way it's going to happen for you. But don't.
And if I had a dollar for every time divine timing came in,
exactly,
I wouldn't have to work.
because they got your back. You know, they've got your back.
Yeah.
So it's there for you. Just let it play out. As a company, I don't think you're going to have much problem there. To be honest, they're the type of company your face either fits or it doesn't, and you're going to be okay.
Yep.
So I don't think you have anything to worry about with that. I think if they were, can I say, pissed at you for not following them up last time, I don't think they'd have taken you on this time. So don't worry about that.
Okay, good. Because in sales, if you're not pulling your weight, they let you go, which I get, and then people are upset and angry. But
But
I can't imagine me having many issues.
But you're not. But I can't see you having issues because you know what's expected of you. So I don't see that as a problem. Yep. But I just don't see this as a long-term thing for you because I feel you'll be working for yourself and making a lot of money being an investor. So.
Wonderful. Yeah, I just need a gap filler right now.
Yeah, that's all it's going to be. That's all it's going to be. Yep. Put money in the bank, pay the bills, and the big stuff's coming. That's what they're telling me and showing me. So just let it play out.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. You're amazing.
Oh, that's all right, darling. It's just let it play out. Okay.
I certainly will.
Oh, bless your heart. Well, take care, Michael. Have a good day.
Yes, you as well. And talk to you down the road.
Yeah, love to hear from you. Take care.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Take care. Bye. Right, my darling people. You can go to YouTube, guys, and subscribe and click on the bell icon on YouTube so you can get reminders of our live shows on air. And YouTube is the way forward, I think, for us as a network. Well, I hope you liked the show, my darling people. It is something different to talk about. I mean, some people never heard of the Matrix, so I do like to talk about things that are a little bit different. I'm going to pull a card for everyone, and I knew I was going to do this. Beautiful Claudia suggested it, but it was weird. I knew I was going to do this before the start of the show because I actually got the cards out, everyone. I did indeed. I'm going to give them a good shuffle because I actually was playing with them, if that's what you would say, before I started the show. So, right, let me pull a card for all you beautiful people out there. Yeah, okay. Gosh, I got Spirit. It's funny. Spirit at me. You want me to pull two? Oh, okay. I can't pull one. I've got to pull two. Now, this is a very interesting card. Now, I was talking about this card today, actually, and it's the beautiful, beautiful card, beautiful people, of Only See Love. Now, this card comes up for me, not all the time, but I understand why I get this card. Because I work a male environment, I'm a barber, if you don't already know, and men, oh God love them, can get under my skin sometimes. I am a different creature to them. I am a female and not a male, and for any females listening out there, I'm sure you know what I'm on about. And sometimes I'm there, it's busy, for instance, and I'm like, how would you like your haircut? I'm always polite, and they'd be like, oh, not sure, don't know. And I'm like, what would you like, clippers, would you like scissor cut? And I you don't want to lose your patience with people, but you're like, please, you've been sat there for 10 minutes. Would you not know what you want, you know? So sometimes I can get a little bit, I don't get huffy at them. I try not to let it show, but I think, oh, flipping idiot. You know what I mean? Nothing bad, people. But sometimes I hear it in my ear, Only See Love. And Only See Love means that I've got to see love for people. Look past the seeming errors, mistakes, and misunderstandings of people. Even if they're attacking me for whatever way, or they're arsey with me, which can happen, only see love within the person. Focus upon love, and underline that with every situation. Bring about healing in undreamed of ways. And I tell you, try it, guys. Try it. If you get a arsey person, you work with the general public like me, you get an arsey person, like I do sometimes, comes and sits in my chair. What I mean arsey is they're a bit grumpy, they're a bit moody, and I feel like they're going to bite my head off. Well, if I throw love at them, and I'm lovely to them, and I'm giving to them, do you know what? I warm them up and I have them eaten out the palm of my hand, but before the time they get out of my chair, right? And by the next time they come back, I had it last week. Guy come in, lovely, 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 lovely. And I even got a big fat tip. So there you go. So that card is to only see love. And my darlings, it works. The other one, which I've pulled, is change direction. And I think so many of us are experiencing change in direction right now. And I say that because of all the clearing I feel that's gone from me and many others, especially with the moon eclipse, like I said earlier, and the portals from 11:11 and 12:12. I feel there's a lot of negativity, a lot of old patterns are clearing. And I do believe many of us, including Michael, who I just had on, there is change in directions for us. It doesn't matter even if it would be within our lives, our love lives, our work. I feel that we are all going to be experiencing a path to happy outcomes that you desire, and a future of that you desire as well. Because the card actually says the changes you are experiencing are divinely directed by your newborn willingness to open your heart to love and our guidance. With our guidance, you are protected now and in the future. So follow your path and be happy, and to the happy outcomes and you desire. Sorry, I'll get it out in a minute. I've had such problems in my throat chakra, whatever is going on today. We will also give free gifts once we receive 100 subscribers on YouTube, to random winners on YouTube. So get subscribing, because it is quite new actually that we've been on YouTube. But beautiful Claudia is telling us to, once we get 100 subscribers, you'll get free gifts. So that's really good. Our shows are archived. I told you guys, I don't know what's going on today with my throat chakra. It's terrible. Archangel Michael, protection, please. Protection. Thank you. Our shows are archived and can be listened free on Blog Talk Radio, iTunes, Podable, Player FM, Castbox, Radio Public, Podtail, Podchaser, Podbean, Stitcher, Google Play Music, and now available on TuneIn Radio and My Tuner Radio. And drive me crazy, sorry beautiful people. And since we are available on Tuner Radio and My Tuner Radio, you can listen on Amazon Alexa, oh wow, Apple TV, Roku TV and other smart TV devices, Apple Watch, car audio devices, and so much more. Who would have thought we were available on all that? Wow. So you can listen to me, guys, in quite a few places. Wow. Gosh, do you know what, my beautiful people? I do not know where the time goes. We will also, guys, we will also soon, very, very soon, be available on iHeartRadio as well. You see, there's no stopping us here at International Angels Network. We are going to big places. It's happening at International Angels Network, and you heard it from me first. And do you know what? It's so funny because beautiful Claudia, you've just sent me a message saying nothing will stop us, right? And all I'm getting before you even sent that was, you know the song, guys, nothing's gonna stop us now. This out of the film Mannequin. That's what Spirit are singing to me. I kid you not. How funny. That is so hilarious. And then you sent me that, Claudia. You see, guys, I am so lucky. But I don't know what's been playing out with my throat chakra today, but I just That wasn't very nice having someone feel like someone had their hands around my neck then, but I feel better now. I'm feeling better. Well, I hope you enjoyed the show today. I don't know where time goes. I really, really don't. Should we pull another card if there's no one else out there? If no one else, I've got about 4 minutes. If there's no one else that wants to speak to me, I'll pull another card. You can, yeah, well, yeah. I've only got 4 minutes left, but if anyone's out there and you want a reading, press 1, guys, and get in the queue and speak to me now. If not, I'm going to do a card. Another beautiful card. Because I love my cards. But I hope you enjoyed the show. Like I said, it was quite different, really. I'm looking forward to next week's show, though, because I can give you insight to etheric cord cutting, and some people don't even know what that is. So, do you know what, beautiful people? This is a card I feel for me, actually. Yeah, and the reason why I say that is because I keep pulling it at the moment, pulling this card, and it's time to go. It's time to leave this chapter in my life. And it's been taking so long to play through this flipping chapter. And I was talking to Michael earlier and going on about divine timing. And sometimes, beautiful people, divine timing doesn't happen quick enough. Sometimes it doesn't, but you have to know that angels have got our backs. You have to trust them. You have to know that angelic realms, the spirit realms know what's best for us. And that's where I'm at right now. So the card says, the sun sets and rises each day. And it's the same with the avenues in your life. See the beauty within each sunset in your life and know that the sun will also rise again tomorrow. Endings are merely the start of a new beginning, and we are with you through each phase and cycle. Bless you, angels. Thank you. But I just want that chapter to start. And do you know how long, beautiful people, I've been wanting this new chapter to start? Nearly 2 years. And I've had to be patient. And they keep saying, be patient. And I've been screaming. But it's so difficult when they know best. And I've had to put in, well, I've just surrendered. I've surrendered to them. I don't even worry about it. I say to them, well, if you're telling me this, you can worry about it then. But it's been nearly 2 years, guys. I've been wanting this to play out. It'll be 2 years in June. So nobody can tell me. Do you hear that, Diane Morgan? Nobody can tell me that I haven't. I'm really learning patience right now. Because if anyone knows me, and Diane, bless her, she's one of our hosts here on International Angels Network, and Claudia, they know me pretty well, and they know patience isn't one of my virtues. So it's kind of funny. Right, my beautiful people, that seems like the end of the show. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you, everyone, for listening. Claudia, thank you as always. Love you guys. Take care.